Fight Series is offering this year. So if you want to compete and you want to be considered for the prize money, well, we do have prize money on offer for the first 10 places of the series. So think of it as a Formula One style series where there's races every month, one a month, high caliber races just like this. Newcastle 10K last week was a thrilling race between Callum Johnson and Cam Allen. Cam Allen just taking the edge at the end in a rapid time, sub 30 minutes. So if you're thinking about doing that, the points every week, every month, you will score points, and your top 3 races of the series will be added to the points board. 25 points for the first, and all the way down to 10 will be points added to your score. And at the end, if you are the leader, let's say you get to the end of the year and you have the most points. So say if you do three races, so out of the 12 months you do 3 races, and you score maximum points, 25 points. You end up with 75 points. If nobody else has got 75 points and you're the only person with the maximum points, you will win £1,000. Second place will be £700, third place £600, all the way down to 10th at £100. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, this is a great opportunity at this time of year, where maybe some of the races could be more quiet than others. But let's say 3 men or 3 women get to December and they all have maximum points. It will be a race off at the Ribble Valley 10K for the win. So be sure to keep track of that and to keep track of the leaderboards. And do check that out if you're thinking about entering, because it's great opportunities for payday.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't. I don't think there's a series like this in the UK where you get that amount of prize money brought to you with that high level quality races that you can get in like throughout the year. We've mentioned it, 240 events that RunThrough are putting on this year. It's crazy numbers of races, and then you've got these part of the Top Flight series as well. There's something there for everybody, and again, we don't want to harp on about this, but I think this is a huge thing about the RunThrough company, that we're just trying to engage with as many people as possible and trying to bring exercise to possibly the forefront of their mind, no matter where they're from, what background they're from, what they do for a living, where they live, or anything. Just trying to bring exercise to the forefront of their mind, running to the forefront of their mind, and in turn wanting to improve, mental and physical health. And I think, we can get lost up in times at the front and what someone ran for a 5K, what somebody ran for a 10K, but it's more than just that. And I think that's why, me and you, Cam, we both rate this company highly. And I think it's, what they're doing is a real positive thing for the nation, I think.
Absolutely. Also as well, we just to think, we were just wanting, if people are out there and they're wanting to, if they're interested in some of the something to do with the race series, or they're interested in something to do with the races, feel free to comment. We will do our best to look to keep track of the comment section and see if we can, on the chat, there's a chat at the right hand side. If you fancy finding out some more information on anything, do drop it in the chat and we'll answer it as soon as possible.
That's a good shout, isn't it, Cam? If you guys that are watching the stream, you want to make any points about the course, you want to mention anything, you want to give shout outs to any athletes that are in the field that might be running for any special causes close to your heart, engage with us. We're sat here with the laptop. We'll answer any questions. We'll give you our thoughts on anything. We'll give any shout outs that you guys are wanting. Really, we just want to, we want to push this as well as we can. We want to get this RunThrough TV channel as many subscribers as we can, so people can get dialed into these races. Even if you're not running in them, but you're interested in them, we want you to watch this kind of stuff. And then if you're thinking, actually, you know what, I fancy a little bit of that, I'm going to get myself to a RunThrough event, great way into it. So you might not be running at any of them at the moment, but you might have an interest because, a friend, a member of family's racing or whatever. Get on the channel, click subscribe, follow it. When the races are on, if you want to engage with me and Cam, we're here and we're more than willing and we can.
Absolutely, yes, definitely, most definitely. And to be fair, I'm just wondering, I'm not sure if my mic actually went through before when I was talking about Swift, and as Rich was just saying about the RunThrough's commitment to diversity, not just with whether it be age or ability, race, anything. They really have, they really do contribute to and really look to contribute to athletes' overall well-being. Hence, they've just partnered with Swift. That's SWFT in caps. They've just collaborated. Like I say, they're a charity and they're really dedicated to supporting and individuals facing health issues. And they really focus on improving the quality of life for those in need, which is really aligns with RunThrough. RunThrough's commitment to community well-being, supporting initiatives that make positive impacts on people's lives through inclusive and accessible running events. Also as well, Swift, I hope I'm saying that right, SWFT is the official charity of South Warwickshire University NHS Foundation Trust. They cover Warwick, Leamington Spa, Stratford-upon-Avon and Shipston Hospitals, as well as all local community NHS services. And they really do address various health-related issues such as age, disability, ill health, or financial health.
So, Cam, we've got our first shout-outs rolling through. So, first of all, we want to give a big shout-out to Ben Darlow. He's from West End Runners, and he's looking for a PB. Look, Ben, hopefully you get that. And our second one is for Andy Clare. So, Andy Clare, we believe you're here today trying to run off those Christmas mince pies. So, Andy, good luck with that.
Yeah, me and you and me both.
So, a bit of word from the front end. I've got Chris. Chris, who's given us updates as best as he can. And obviously it's quite hard. Chris is on the lead bike there, but from the sounds of things, it looks like Doug Musson is definitely on for the time bonus here. He's gone through 12 mile in around 60:20. He is absolutely flying here. He went through 11 miles in around about 55:30. So he's operating at sub 5 minute mile pace here. So he's going to be coming in again. What do you reckon, Cam? Around about that 65, around about that 65 in bits marker timing. And if we can really rally this last mile, he's going to be around about 65 minutes.
Well, he's certainly going to be under the 66 by the looks of things, which is important. We want to see him if we can get him onto that 66, we can get on the board and score some points. But yeah, if he's under 5 minute miling pace, is 65 minutes and 30 seconds if you're running a 5 minute miling pace. So that's around about 306 per kilometre for those who work kilometres. I never really understand why people work kilometres, but maybe I'm old school with the metric miles. So I think he's motoring at the minute. He's clearly in great shape. He's out on his own as well, so he's not got anybody else there's nobody else out there to work off. But yeah, I've just looked at Ben Darlow, he was looking at his personal best. So Ginger Tornado, great shout out for Ben Darlow. 72 minutes his PB. So hopefully we can get him. Hopefully he's out there and he can run a personal best.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fine morning indeed. Like I said, we were talking earlier about the course, the fact that a lot of it is downhill on the way back. So I'm sure Doug will be utilising that. I'm sure he will be picking the pace up. We heard earlier that he was on for just under 66 minutes earlier in the course, but that was the first half of the course is very undulating. If you look at his running style, it's very, very relaxed. His shoulders are relaxed. He's not much rocking there going on. He's bouncing along. He's a very, very efficient runner. As you can tell, he's a very good runner. You can tell he's international standard by looking at him. We'll get up and closer to him side by side.
Yeah,
he's looking around.
He looks relaxed, but he looks like he's working now, doesn't he, Cam?
I mean, yeah, you would like to think so. He's run 16 kilometres to almost 3 minutes per kilometre pace. It's not a joke, really, is it?
No.
50 minutes now. And you said what time he went through in 10 miles?
10 miles was around about 50. I think it was approximately around about the 50-minute mark. So he was probably operating then around 5-minute mark and possibly just outside. But it seems that he's, especially that, 11 to 12 mile through to 60 minutes and 20 seconds at that point there. So he was, he's operating around that 5-minute mark, and he's staying consistent. You can see he's coming in towards the end here. So it's the real sort of the last push for Doug Musson here. He's been here before. He's in the trenches now. He's working hard, but he's been here countless times before. He's an experienced international athlete. He's trained hard for this race, so he knows what this is about. He knows how to hurt himself, and he knows he's got to just keep relaxed, keep his head, and just keep driving and focus. He's got long to go, and if he gets under that 66-minute mark, he's going to earn himself some good money today. So, come on, Doug, dig in. You're nearly there.
He is indeed, and I was speaking to you before, Rich, wasn't I, about the fact that I trained with Doug a little bit in France, not south of France, but in the Pyrenees at Font-Romeu, altitude training before. So I've seen him. I know exactly how he is, which is why I was expecting him to go off and really push the pace and hurt everybody. He did the exact same when we were in Font-Romeu. Trying to stay with him on runs was quite problematic. He's a very strong runner. He's not afraid of pushing the pace on himself and being out there alone. So it's not really a surprise.
Yeah, we can see he's coming into the finish now, and he's looking great. Unfortunately, we haven't got a live time of how he's doing and what he's looking to come through the finish line in, but we'll get that to you as soon as we can. We'll do our very best to keep you in the loop of what time Doug's going to be crossing the line here. But this is it now, Cam. He's got to be throwing it down, hasn't he? Looks like he's got a few hundred meters to go. The crowd's there; they're trying to G him on. He's really got to be flinging everything, the kitchen sink, at these last few hundred meters, hasn't he?
You can see he's looking at his watch. He's still got energy to do that as well, which is a good sign. He must be in pretty good shape. But he's coming round to the finish now. The crowds are cheering him on. You can see the atmosphere as we come into the athlete village. There's a little bit of a breeze there, but nothing to worry about. Here he comes to the finish. I'm sure we'll get his time at some point. Well done, Doug. Great running.
Yeah, great win, that, Doug. Well done. He's done that the hard way there. I think, from the off, he was on the front 66. Ooh. So we looked at the clock there, and it was on 66.09. I think Doug might just be outside 66 minutes there. Obviously, we've got the chip timing, so it's hard to definitely say, and we'll get you that result as soon as we can. But he was definitely around the 60. I tell you what, Cam, you can see the flags blowing in the wind there. It actually looks as though it's probably been quite a windy day out there, and that's something that we haven't been able to appreciate from the studio here in Newcastle. Although it is very windy where we are. We can see the time. It looks like there's looks like it could be a bit of a tsunami on the cards there.
Yeah, you can just see the flags there. Yeah, as if it wants to be blown over at some point soon. Now that's a very good run from him. If he's just outside 66, I'm sure he'll be slightly disappointed to have just missed out because sub 66 does put you in contention for that £250 for first place on top of the £200. So that's £450 if he has went under 66.
Yeah.
We will find out and get confirmation from the race director at some point. So we will let you all know.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll be looking to see out who comes across the line in second place. It was Gabriel Selassie. Yeah. So we'll see if he has hung on for second place, and we'll talk you through who comes in just behind him as well.
Yeah, Cam, I tell you what, look at them flags. It doesn't half look windy there. So if he's, he might be disappointed, but I think the takeaway things from Doug today would be, one, he's won the race, which that's the most important thing for me when you come to a race. It's about winning the race. The times will come later. Here we go. He's second place. This looks like Gabriel Selassie crossing the line there in about just under 68 minutes again. So, a great run for him. I think the conditions will have played a part here, actually. We couldn't appreciate that on the back roads. But looking at them flags there, it looks very windy. So I think both of them lads, they both had a good hard run out there, and they're cracking times. Especially for Doug, he's took that race on from the gun, really. So running 13.1 miles, gun to tape, hard in those conditions on that course. I think when you build all of that in, actually, that's a crap run from Doug, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, running a half marathon on your own in these types of conditions and a windy, hilly course, 66 minutes is definitely. I mean, I'll be honest. On a good day, 64.5 minutes for his personal best. I think that there's no doubt in my mind that he's got the ability to be able to smash that if he was on a good course in a group of runners, put it in Valencia or somewhere like that. That half marathon time would definitely, almost certainly go down. But I'm just looking at the chat now quickly. Glitchy Lemon saying, "Well done, Doug." Thank you for the comment, Glitchy Lemon. I'm not sure if Doug looks back in the race, he'll see that and he'll appreciate the comments and the support. Great run. Matt Woody Wood as well, fantastic run. Shout out to Matt. How are you doing, Matt? One of the RunThrough founders. Great to see him on the chat.
I would have thought Matt should have been running today. To be honest,
they're a bit disappointed, to be fair. Unless he's multitasking, you never know. He's a man of many talents, isn't he? So. But yeah, no, I seen that Caleb Stevenson said, "Is that a build-up race for Seville for Doug?" I'm not sure if Dougie is doing Seville actually. It's. I mean, we haven't actually spoken directly to him. Possibly, if he's down to run it. He hasn't run Seville for the last few years. If he is running Seville, that would be kind of explain why he's in such good shape right now. But yeah, we'll get the race director Chris to chat to him quickly and see if he is doing Seville, and we'll get back to you. But yeah,
here we go. We've got another few athletes coming across the line now, just in around the 70-minute mark. So again, in these conditions, they're cracking runs from these athletes there. Both look as though they've earned and the Sunday dinner today can both looking pretty exhausted when they cross the line, which is, that's what you want when you've been doing a half marathon. I think you want to come across the line and think, God, I've worked today. So yeah, hats off to them lads.
I think that was Jason Bennett from Birchfield Harriers that came across the line there. So it's a great run from him.
Lovely, well done there.
We've also got another comment on the stream. Oh, it looks like Jasmine Woods. Oh, she's watching. She was the lady who won the women's 10K at Newcastle. So in 33.5 minutes, she said those hills look brutal. Well done to all the runners. The wind will make it particularly tricky in the last few miles. Mental battle just as much as physical. Absolutely agree with that one. Look at these athletes. They're all coming in. The race was strung out because of Doug's aggressive running. So there are a lot of runners out there in that wind today on their own, battling it out. And, when you're trying to hold the pace, it's a lot easier, should I say. Not easy, but it's a lot easier if you're a big pack of people and all you're doing is hanging on. You're not worrying about the pace. You're not worrying about dropping the pace. All you're worrying about is staying on the back of someone's head, looking at the back of their heads. You'll hear it so often in races with the coaches. You'll hear a coach screaming at their athlete, look at the back of their head, get on the back of their heads. But the main is they're looking, head up, look ahead, get on the back of them, and just dig in and hold on. If you're on your own, you're having to worry about the pace, it can be very, very much a mental battle, just as much, or if not more, than a physical battle. So, yeah, it's great to see the athletes running crossing the line, and it's not really a surprise to see so many people exhausted after that, because a half marathon really is no joke, and completing that alone, never mind running a PB, is a huge achievement. And you can see one athlete celebrating as he's coming across the line. Really very happy with himself. Was that Middlesbrough Mondale vest? It looked like it. I think that was a Middlesbrough Mondale vest.
I didn't clock that. But back to the official results. We've got the finish times in. Doug Musson, he's going to be gutted. 66 minutes and 2 seconds. 2 seconds. He's just missed out on that time bonus. Still, a cracking run just to get that over from what we can see here from the conditions. Still a cracking run. So we had Doug Musson from Notts in first place there, 66.02, and followed by Samuel Gebri-Selassie, who we mentioned earlier, 67.53. Again, a brilliant run. Third place, Jason Bennett, 70 minutes and 7 seconds, and then in fourth place we had Rhys Doherty in 70 minutes and 10 seconds. So those were your first 4 male athletes. They're all going to be scoring points in the top flight series. So hopefully these guys have got a few more of the fixtures, sort of penciled in, and they'll be looking to, maybe make an assault on that leaderboard. We can see that the athletes are starting to come through a bit more thick and fast now. We're getting down into around about 73 minutes, 75 minute mark. Hopefully we'll be seeing your lead female Tree Haley Carruthers coming through at some point. Hopefully she'll have had a good run and enjoyed her race out there today. Again, Cam, I keep mentioning it. I just can't believe how windy it looks over there. I feel like that coupled with the hills. It'll be interesting to get, the athlete's perspective on this, and maybe that's something that the race director Chris will be doing after this, maybe speaking to Doug and Gebri Selassie and seeing how they actually found the course, seeing where the wind was, where it attacked them, and did it affect how they were going to run the race and things like that. So it'll be interesting to really get that insight, and, we'll, if we get any word from Chris, any inside line on any of the athletes' thoughts or anything like that, we'll do our best to bring you as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've spoken to the race director, Chris. I think he's going to try and speak to a couple of the athletes, and we'll get back to you from the comments asking if he was building up to Seville. I have sent a message over to him to see if we can get some information from Dougie. I'm sure you'll probably want to follow him and find out how his training is going, building into that or any other future races that he does. So yeah, we'll get into that at some point soon. But just to clarify with the point structure, it looks like Doug has scored about 25 points, which is needed to be top of the leaderboard. So that means now he will be in top contention, joint top, should I say, with Cam Allen at 25 points, leading into March to next month's event. So Doug will be top of the leaderboard. We'll have people second, third, and fourth. We're down from 18 to 15 to 12 points. So well done to them. They're now on the leaderboard, and they're already on their way to some prize money in December if they keep at it and keep trying to accumulate as much points as possible. So well done to them. Hopefully we'll see the Masters coming through soon, and some of the people who are maybe trying to raise money for charities. I'm sure they'll be using our partner GoFundMe. So it is the world's largest social fundraising platform. We collaborated with RunThrough to help empower runners to make a meaningful impact. The mission is really just to help people support each other. GoFundMe does provide a world-class fundraising platform for runners, and even if you're walking it as well, it's great. It's a great platform to do, and hopefully participants in these events can easily create personalised, direct-to-charity fundraisers, which is very important, and leverage GoFundMe's expertise to amplify their fundraising efforts and encourage contributions from their friends, family, and supporters.
Yeah, so still waiting on the lead female athlete coming through, so around about the 76-minute mark. So hopefully we can bring you a bit of information on that as soon as we get that to hand. Again, just touching on this on the run-through race, the Top Flight series, and the Warwick half today. As we've mentioned earlier, the Warwick half is brought to you by the Wigley Group, which is a family-run property development and construction company in South and Warwickshire. So this is actually their 5th year of sponsoring this event, and it demonstrates that they're really committed to supporting the local community, and again, promoting that physical and mental well-being through activities and lifestyles. So again, their partnership, it echoes what we've mentioned throughout this about what RunThrough's mission is. And yeah, so both organisations, again, recognising the benefits of running for physical, mental and social health there. So yeah, big shout out to the Wigley Group. Without sponsors like the Wigley Group, Swift, Lovecorn, Brooks, Sports Shoes, New Levels Coaching, all the guys that we've mentioned throughout this feed here, without these events wouldn't be possible to the magnitude that RunThrough hosts them. So big shout out to all the sponsors today, and thanks for being interested in RunThrough.
Yeah, and like we were saying before, if you want to maybe do a shout out to someone, feel free to comment in the comments. Whether you're a family member or you're a friend, or even just a supporter of the person, give us a comment. We'll give them a shout out, and hopefully we'll be able to see them coming through if you tell us exactly what to look out for. But yeah, no, some great running going on. So still at the minute, you can still see how much Dougie's actually stretched the field out at the minute, because people are not quite coming through in the masses yet. It's still people are kind of lone wolves out there, sort of hitting the wind on their own. So still some great performances. Like Rich was saying, the lead woman is still yet to come through. I'm not really surprised given the conditions and given the hills that we're still waiting for her to come through, because you wouldn't expect any kind of PB conditions in these weathers.
No, I think, Cam, looking at this and looking at the times that these athletes are putting in today and where they would be at in, from what we've heard of training and what results we can see, I think this actually really, when you get a bit of context to these things, I think you can really appreciate how quick Doug Musson's time was there.
I agree.
Looking at that course, looking at them conditions, and then everyone else around them and what all the other athletes are doing and where they're performing. Actually, I think that's a fantastic run.
I agree 100%. All you need to do really is sort of look back to, let's say 2020. Doug ran the half marathon at Greenwich, the Vitality Big Half. He ran 68 minutes there. He's run in Great North Run, 69 minutes there, 69 minutes dead almost for the Great North Run, and that's a half marathon. This is much more difficult conditions. He's run 66 minutes dead, solo, and I'll be honest, at the start with the hills, etc., and I'm sure not really sure on whether to push it on. There'll be a bit of a almost not wanting to show your cards at the start. I'm sure he would have not went flat out quite from the start. So I think, he's definitely in shape to run a personal best there if the conditions were in his favour today. And on a fast flat course, I'm sure he will have done that. So it was a great run from him. He's definitely as well. I mean, he's never really been an out and out. Like I was saying, he's an international steeplechaser. I knew he was very, very, very good at steeplechase. Hasn't run a steeplechase actually since 2019.
I wonder if that's something he's going to pick up with it being Olympic year.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what his preferences are and his commitments now. He's now, as far as I'm aware, he's now working for a leading sports brand, sort of heading up their media section. So whether or not that ties it, the track running sort of ties in with that, and he just prefers running on the roads. That's based off his last few years. Who knows? Maybe, or I can imagine maybe the steeplechase does require a lot of commitment to the drills.
Yeah.
People's kind of, when you look and watch the elites on TV, they make it look very easy to go over the steeplechase, but the barriers are usually very high. They're solid wood. You hit one of them, it can cause a lot of damage. It's whether or not he's decided whether or not he wants to commit to really sort of committing to the drills and committing to mastering the steeplechase. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, whatever he decides to do, good luck to him. And he's had a cracking run today, in my opinion. We can see the athletes starting to come through thick and fast now, Cam, and just again, can't quite see the exact time what they're coming through in. I think we're around about the clock's just off camera there. I think we're around about the 1:22 mark now, so we're starting to see a lot of the athletes coming through. Again, we'll really do our best to bring you as much information as we can about athletes that are out there on the course, and athletes that are coming across the line as soon as we can lay our hands on that information.
Absolutely. Someone else celebrating as they go across the line. Well done. Athletes will just be, like I say, happy. Look, another one. You'll see a lot more of the masters coming through. Be happy to just cross the line. Like I say, that's a massive achievement to be able to actually complete a half marathon. It's not a joke.
So looks like we have our lead female coming across the line now. I believe 5:63. Not quite sure who that is. It doesn't look like it was Haley though. So she had a fantastic run there. Again, we'll bring you some information on her as soon as we can. Was that Haley there? Yeah, Haley's just through the line there. So that looks as though it's been a really close fought battle between the two of them. Maybe about 10 seconds separating them. So well done to both our lead female runners there. And here comes third place as well. There you go.
I can imagine based on the course, I can imagine it looks like they were probably all racing together, and maybe the lead female pulled away at the last minute. So You know, I think I can imagine that was probably a cracking race. It's a shame we didn't catch it, but we'll get the race director is going to speak to them, and we'll get back to you and fill you in with some information on the exact times they finished in and the exact positions as well.
Yeah, but well done to them three there, across the line in probably around about 1:23-ish. Do you think there, Cam?
Yeah, around about that.
I think that. So, you know, well done to them. I think that again, that highlights, you know, that, you know, you look at where Hayley's at PB wise. I mean, maybe, you know, we don't know how Hayley's training's gone or anything like that, and maybe she's using this as part of a training block, or, you know, whether she's on her way back from illness or injury. You'd normally expect Hayley to be a little bit further up the field, but I guess that the conditions that we've that we're seeing today, and, you know, numerous other factors will have come towards that. But again, I think it just highlights what the athletes are having to contend with out there today. Very, very windy, and, you know, from what we could see from the studio, looked to be a tough course as well.
Absolutely. You know, I did touch earlier on this that Hayley Coolers has run 4 times already this year. 2 of them park runs. Not really sure if you would like to count them, but she did run the Midlands, the Midland Counties Championships in Spa. She did finish 7th there, which is a very strong run, because the Midlands does have some very strong runners, some very elite runners. But she did actually win the Inskip Half Marathon on the 20th of January. So not that long ago, so, you know, only a couple of weeks ago, she came 16th there overall, and she ran 82 minutes. So first female there says 16th. I mean, 16th with the males includes, kind of shows the caliber of athlete that she is. 82.5 minutes there. So, I mean, if you look at the conditions here and how undulating this course is, you know, arguably that would be a better run today. So I think she's actually ran pretty well for where her fitness is. So well done to her. We will get back with the lead female once we get here from the race director, and we will touch on her and we'll touch on her amazing performance of finishing first in the elite field. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. As you can see, the masses are starting to come through now. It's great to see one guy filming.
Oh, I know. I tell you what, that's commitment, isn't it, Cam? Half marathon, filming yourself all the way. His arm must be in tatters.
There's another female coming through. It's great to see.
Yes, that looks like there's four of the females across the line there. So again, all scoring points as part of the Top Flight series. So going to be interesting to get the thoughts on our female athletes there, whether they have plans to run any other Top Flight events. I think whilst we're here, Cam, have you got a list of what we've got up and coming as part of this Top Flight series? What's next on the?
I do indeed. I'm looking. I have got the. If you want to hear about what's coming up.
Yeah, what race we've got. So we've had the Newcastle 10K, and we've got the Warwick Half Marathon obviously today. And then next up, we've got the Nantwich 10K. So we'll try and bring you a little bit more information on the Nantwich 10K, which is brought to you by HSW Solicitors, and that's going to be run in March. And then, you know, a big interesting one, I think, is part of the Top Flight series, because I think we're going to get some real big interest in this one in April, in the Battersea Park 5K. Again, we mentioned this last time in our podcast, that, you know, the time of year that is in April, it's a brilliant time for a 5K. And so you'll get a mix of athletes, you know, possibly your middle distance athletes who are tapering down off for winter, and then possibly some of the more stronger athletes that might be tuning up for something a bit quicker in the summer. So I think April, Battersea Park, that's going to be that's going to be a cracking event. Following on from that, we've got the Run Aintree 5K in May. Then we've got the Jubilee Bridge 10K in June, followed by the Battersea Park CTS 5K in July. And we're back in the sunny northeast down the Quayside for the Quayside 5K in August. And then we've got the Warrington RF 10K in September, Jarrow 10K in October. Again, back to Battersea Park for a half marathon in November. And then the Big E in December, the Ribble Valley 10K, where, you know, that'll be where we'll really be seeing some interesting race play out, I imagine, there, Cam, because we'll have a good standing on the Top Flight series points, and who's going to be doing what there and how they're going to attack that race. So yeah, I can't wait for that one, Cam. It'll be a cracking race to be part of, eh?
You can imagine, yeah, the Ribble Valley is always attracts a big field anyway, irrespective of this, but you can imagine that it will be a pretty big race there. People will be looking out to try and sort of win that. So yeah, looking forward to the Ribble Valley 10K. There's a maximum prize money of £4,000, including time bonuses. That is split equally between males and females. The prize money will be paid to males and females that finish 1st to 8th in each top flight race, providing they are under the pre-published qualifying times. And those today, I think, like we just talked about, it was 66 dead for Doug, so he did miss out by 2 seconds. Not sure if his chip time is going to be any different. Maybe he can squeeze a couple of seconds. Not sure on that, but 71.30 for the women, so maybe just outside that for the bonus money for them. But no, the top two runners did score £200, which is great prize money. So, and also as well, we did talk about that there is support if you're a runner and you decide you want to run in these events. Do check out the website, because we do provide support, financial incentives and support for your travel and your hotel if you are under certain qualifying times. There is different levels to this, so it's not just the top elite people that get this sort of support. So if you look on the website and you feel like you qualify, get in touch and with the race director, Chris Parr. His contact details will be on the website, on the topflightraces.com website, or if you just go on the RunThrough website instead.
Yeah, keep Chris nice and busy. And again, even if you're not considering, even if you know that you don't meet the criteria for the travel expenses and things like that, and you may not be contesting, for even top flight series, if you're interested in any of the RunThrough events, just go on to runthrough.co.uk or look us up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat or Facebook. Have a look on there. Like we mentioned, 240 events that RunThrough are putting on throughout 2024. So anything that sparks your interest, that you think, you know what, I fancy tackling a half marathon, I fancy a 5k, 10k, get on to RunThrough, get on the website or on any of the social medias that we've mentioned, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat or Instagram. Have a look on there and just get dialed into us. There's plenty of races, there's plenty of events, and we're all about just bringing more and more people to these races. And I think that can only be a good thing. So yeah, any spark of interest, get yourself onto them websites or social medias.
Yeah, so back to the races. We're just looking there. People starting to come across the races. Look how disabled they are. Keep looking out to see if you can see anybody that you know. Give us a shout in the comments if there's somebody you want to give a shout out to. This guy's skipping across the line. Just like we said previously, you do not have to come out and run one of the events and run flat out. That guy has just proved it. He decided he wanted to come along and he wants to enjoy it.
I wonder if he skipped the full way.
Actually, it does make me wonder, to be fair.
I tell you what, that'd be a cracking time if he skipped the full way. Maybe we can set Chris Parr on finding that athlete and seeing how long he did actually skip for.
Absolutely. So like you say, people are starting to come across in the masses now. It probably will be more strung out than it was in the 10k last year, because the distance is longer, which means that naturally a race will start to stretch out. We will start to see more and more people come through as we get through the race. If you're still watching and you see anyone you know, just give them a shout out, like I keep saying. Just drop something in the comments and we'll give them a shout out and see where they are. But keep an eye on the results. There should be live results online, and you should be able to get.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you're watching, you don't have any shout outs, and you're just watching on our YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, when you're subscribed, you'll be able to get notifications about the events that we're going to be on live stream, about any of the podcasts that go on, any of the RunThrough chats that go on there. The channel's very busy. There's always stuff getting posted on there. So, if you've got an interest in athletics and, particularly in the RunThrough events, then, please subscribe. And anything you want to comment or feedback to us, this company's more than contactable and, open-minded for ideas about anything. So, speak to the company, speak to RunThrough, speak to us. The more feedback we get from the athletes competing, the spectators, and we see it as all positive. We want to build this brand and build this company as best we can. So yeah, anything that you guys particularly want to raise, feel free to get in touch. You can see now, Cam, a lot of tired bodies coming across the line. Again, that wind's still blowing really hard, so I feel I'm taking comfort from us being in a nice warm studio in Newcastle here today. Cam, obviously you still run yourself. What's in the pipeline for you coming up?
Well, I'm doing indoor racing this season actually. I decided to turn down a 5 kilometres next week in Ireland and instead focus on indoors. Training's been going well, so I'm running a mile race. I'm running the AO Fiola Mile next week, which is a memorial race for AO Fiola. Cracking coach many Olympians, sadly not with us anymore, but Pete Scott doing a great job in Lee Valley to really promote that and promote a memorial race for him. So I'm looking forward to that.
Sub 4?
Absolutely going for that sub 4.
Is it? Nice.
I think that's on the cards.
Good.
A little bit ill, because it's shown some illness last week, and simply coughing earlier. But yeah, as long as everything clears up, I'm still going to go for it. More racing, the better at this time of the year. You know what it's like. You just kind of want to go through the motions and race. So if you're thinking about doing some track races in the summer, even, or some kind of races in the summer, and you're building up, I know I've got a number of friends out there who've said to me that they've entered the Great North Run. Best thing you can do is start getting out, thinking about getting some races done, coincide it with your training. Don't worry about being tired going into the races at this time of year. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I can guarantee that Dougie Musson would have went into this race today. He would not taper down for it, and you could still see the quality of the run that he did. But just get some race, get used to it, even just psychologically get used to it as well. Because come the summer, it's really going to pay dividends. So absolutely, really looking forward to getting some more indoor races in, and I'm sure there'll be some people here maybe look to do some indoor races. But if not, next month at our next race, we'll definitely hopefully see most of the people there at the HSW Solicitors in Antwich 10K. Yeah.
Good work, Cam. Good luck to you next week. I hope you do get under that magical 4-minute barrier for the mile. I know it's eluded you throughout your athletics career so far.
First mile race in 9 years. See if we can get one.
Well, make it count, Cam. So back to the Warwick Half Marathon, brought you by the Wigley Group, part of the Top Flight series under the banner of RunThrough today. Again, you see these across the line now. Lots of different celebrations going on there. I think the best celebration of the day so far was the skipping for me, Cam. I was impressed with that. He took that finishing line with these there. So
I didn't notice that he had vapor license. So if he skipped all the way at vapor,
it could be a world record. It could be a world record.
Yeah, I didn't notice he was going quite high off the ground. So
Yeah, 1810 coming across the line there, looking very tired. But well done to all these athletes. Getting out there early on a Sunday, getting a half marathon boxed off. I'm sure a lot of these will be going home to indulge in maybe a takeaway tonight or a Sunday dinner. Who knows? But you've earned it. You've earned it. So.
That's all the cards tonight. Got one fan doing for yourself?
No, there won't be. I did have a takeaway last night, so I can't be doubling up in a weekend. But, so I went for a pizza and a parmo. So for the viewers that are dialed into our feed, slightly off the topic of RunThrough and the Warwick Half Marathon here, but the chicken parmesan is a delicacy in the northeast. Breaded chicken breasts with cheese and bechamel sauce in there, so full of calories. So hopefully some of these athletes today, they probably won't down in Warwick, but maybe if we can get hold of a parmo, I would recommend it for them.
Great post run through, get them calories in. I think you need it after running a half marathon. It's important to refuel after a race like this. Yeah,
the problem is I didn't do a half marathon before and Cam, so it's just it's banked calories for me. But well done to all these athletes coming through now. We can see the masses all flooding through the line now. So again, we'll do our best to bring you any live results we've got, especially them lead female athletes that have crossed the line already around about the 83 minute mark there. So crack and run from them, and we'll hopefully bring you names. Obviously we at Haley Carruthers, we know was in sector our first athlete. We don't know who that was, so we'll get that to you as soon as we can.
Absolutely. I mean, we were just touching this again earlier. We were talking about saying the fact that it could be anyone's game on a race. It's one of the unique things about running. You never know who's going to win it. You know, the amount of times I've watched the London Marathon and I've looked and I thought, you know what, I feel like this athlete's going to win or the favourite's going to win. You know, if it's not Eliud Kipchoge, then even he got beat one year. Then you know it's anyone's game. It's never somebody you expect. It's always could be someone new, especially with road running on the day. Someone could just have been in training for a while at this time of year and came out to show the fitness and surprise everyone. So yeah, there'll be plenty of PBs today. Maybe PBs that will surprise some people. See people crossing the line celebrating. Whether or not that's because they're just completing it or whether or not they've run PBs, I mean, it's irrelevant. Like I say, completing it is amazing. You can see how tired some of these runners are.
Yeah, 3:072, looking very tired there, but you know, well done. You've you've had a cracking run there, and you've achieved something for the day there. So well done. And that's
fully closed off courses as well. So that's one of the things about RunThrough. A number of the benefits, you've got the closed off course. Today you can see that the roads were empty. So also as well, we have seen what we mentioned earlier, which was we have pacemakers. You'll see the big flags. So you see the flags that are sort of shaking on the right and left hand side. People will be running with them on their backs. It must have been like a parachute today, so fair play to them. If you're aiming if you decide that you want to run 90 minutes, for instance, for the half marathon, we'll have, for instance, pacemakers of 90 minutes. You'll be able to find them at the start of the race. They'll be shouting with their big flags. You won't be able to miss them. You just sort of run if you go over, you can sort of stand next to that group. You can all work together and have a great time. Here we go.
Oh, right on cue.
1 hour 40 coming through. And they were bang on as well. We're bang on 1 hour 40. So that was absolutely fantastic for them. Fantastic pacemaking. So well done to them. So you can see the bit runners that are coming through now. I'm sure a lot of them were aiming for around about 140 and would have, as a group, worked together and tried to hit around about that time. So so great to see another young lady celebrating, happy to finish. Well done, people. Great to see.
Cracking run all around the 140 mark. And I think, Cam, it's important what you mentioned there about the closed roads events that RunThrough and the Top Flight series are bringing to us. But also there's a lot of other things that go sort of part and parcel with the RunThrough events. And I think the things like having the little athlete village area where you can safely leave your bag, you can safely leave your phone. Any running equipment, you've got this sort of designated area that's dedicated to all the athletes. We mentioned this last time at the Newcastle 10K. There was a little athlete village, and I think me and Camel have been to many races in the past where you're just leaving your bag with some randomers that might be watching the race or in the middle of a field. So there's all the benefits of that. Today's RunThrough event, all the athletes finishing will be getting a medal and a little goodie bag there. And I do believe, Cam, there is a Love Corn bar in everybody's goodie bag, which me and you would be very thankful for. Someone had supplied the studio with a couple of Love Corn bars this morning, but they'll be in there, a little treat for all these athletes straight after the race before they leave the event. So, well done to everyone crossing the line here. You've had a cracking run out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we just said with Love Corn, they are a proud partner with RunThrough. A brand like that, like us, believes in finding joy in the little things. So, the great crunchy corn snacks. They can elevate any conditions. Any occasion. I say conditions because the conditions are like they are. The whole roasted. What they are is roasted whole corn kernels. They're seasoned with the finest ingredients, creating the ultimate feel-good snack. They've got 50% less fat than crisps. They're high in fibre, which is important, low in sugar, and they're also vegan-friendly. So Love Corn definitely aligns perfectly with our commitment to healthy and satisfying race experiences. And as Richard just said, as runners cross the finish line at Warwick Half, there is Love Corn stands as a versatile snack, which will be free to celebrate their achievement and keep them fueled. And as with a lot of the RunThrough events, with all RunThrough events, there's always plenty of freebies on offer at the end of the races, at the end in the Athlete Village. I spoke to a few athletes after the Newcastle 10K, and they did express how they'd walked around trying to get as many freebies as they could. They were grabbing Love Corn bars by the handfuls and putting them in their bags to take home and try, and they absolutely loved them. Great pre-race snack as well if you're looking for something just going to be sort of friendly on the stomach and not upset your stomach. But like I said, there's a lot of different brands usually, and especially in the goodie bags that you get for free. So if you're thinking about entering a race and you want the atmosphere as well, because that's what we really strive and really pride ourselves on at RunThrough is providing a great atmosphere for you after the race and before the race as well as during the race. So a lot of these athletes will head round. You can see the tents on the left-hand side very, very briefly, but a lot of the athletes will head back round now into the Athlete Village to see their friends and their family, and they'll be walking around with music playing and grabbing some freebies, talking to other runners, sharing their ideas, possibly meeting new on this last time again about how great it is that you can finish these races, you make great friends, especially with the run clubs that are going on. You can maybe chat to people, maybe if it's your first time running, chat, exchange ideas and training, go for a coffee, a pint after if you really want to, some food, a bit of grub, maybe cheeky chicken parmo, as Rich was saying. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's one of the benefits of running at these events is that you will be able to, if you wanted to, let's say one of the runners who are coming through right now decided he wants to go and ask Dougie for some advice on his training. I know Dougie very well. He's a very, very friendly guy. He's a great guy. He would be more than willing to be able to share some ideas and give some tips to some of the other athletes on how to improve their half marathon or their 10K or any other distance. So I'm sure that the Athlete Village will provide fantastic entertainment. Yeah,
they will absolutely, Cam. So we've got some information through about the lead female athletes. So first place we had Isabel Davis in 1 hour 22 minutes and 41 seconds. Second place, as we mentioned, Hayley Carruthers, 1 hour 22 and 56 seconds. And then just behind in third place was Lisa Thomas in 1 hour 23 and 13 seconds. So very, very bunched there. Again, back to the male entries, the lead males. We had Doug Musson in 66.02, Samuel Gebri-Selassie in 67.53, and Jason Bennett in 70 minutes and 7 seconds. So Isabel Davies, we'll bring you a little bit more on Isabel Davis, apologies there. We'll bring you a little bit more on her. So she won today in 1 hour 22.41. So what we're going to do is see if we can bring you a little bit more background information on Isabel. See if we have any previous results for her or anything like that. So we'll get that to you as soon as we can, okay? But again, we can see loads and loads of athletes coming through the finish line now. I'm not quite sure what time these guys are on, but we may see some of the pacers coming through, but they all look elated to have completed their half marathon this morning.
So just looking, well done to Isabel, as we were talking about. Very, very surprised winner for us. Maybe not to herself. She does have a half marathon PB of 8:3:46.
So that's a big PB today.
So that's a huge slice off her PB. I think,
especially in those conditions.
Yeah,
that's a
those
cracking
conditions and on that course.
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll go out and be aiming and gunning now to maybe get under that 80 minutes. I think there's no reason why she shouldn't be aiming for sub 80 minutes now. She seems like she's a very, very consistent park runner as well. Seems like a lot of different park runs as well. So, she runs for Burbeck. Don't really know we're unaware of who her coach is. So, if you're her coach, Isabel's coach, maybe she's self-coached, I don't know, but well done to you as well, because Rich know firsthand what it takes to coach an athlete. So, the commitments and the dedication that it takes to be able to improve athletes is it's phenomenal. So well done to you too if you do end up watching this. But I think she's done a lot over the last year with cross countries and park runs. Only a couple of half marathons last year. Last year was the last time that she ran, in the 15th of October at Bath half marathon. So to improve like that over the last 4 months of training must have worked pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good run for Isabel there. So well done, Isabel. Like Cam's mentioned, anyone who's potentially coaching or involved with Isabel, you might be listening on the live stream. Feel free to drop me and Cam a message. She's obviously our lead female today and is taking a big chunk off her PB there. So well done, Isabel. like I said, second place we had Hayley Carruthers. Chris might be able to catch up with Hayley after the course and get her take on how the event went, and how she was feeling about it. And then in third place we have Lisa Thomas, who was 1 hour 23 minutes and 13 seconds. So great run from all them ladies there. And as already mentioned, a great run from all the from the top 3 men there. A little bit more on the men's top 10. We had Rhys Doherty in 4th place. He was 70 minutes and 9 seconds. Andy Lawrence in 70 minutes and 45 seconds. Louis O'Brien, 70 minutes 53 seconds. Guy Allen in 7th in 71. Daniel Bodman in 8th in 71. Arne Demers in 9th in 72. And Ben Darlow in 72.19. We give Ben a shout out earlier. I wonder if he got his PB.
So Ginger Tornado, if you are what, Ben Darlow?
Ben Darlow was 72 minutes and 19 seconds. So hopefully the West End runner has got his PB. Well done there, Ben Darlow. And then down into the females, top 10 as we mentioned. Isabel, Hayley, and Lisa are all in the top 3. Then we've got Carlos Garne in 1 hour 25 and 24 seconds. Great run there. In 5th place, Anna Munday. 6th, Lydia Mann. 7th, Zoe Kemp. 8th, Natalie Bangle. And 9th, Kat Robinson. Rachel Miller in 10th there. And that goes down to 1 hour 31 minutes. So, great running from all those ladies there. All those athletes mentioned will be getting points in the top flight series. So well done to all of them.
Absolutely. As you can see, people are still coming through, and a lot of people tired, sort of mixed at the minute. This guy's obviously a bit tired, he's on his phone, probably logging away. There's another pacemaker coming through, 1 hour and 50 minutes, so it's great to see that. People sort of will have latched onto that lady, one of our pacemakers, and this guy doing a love heart at the end, clearly very happy to finish. Another one looking very tired, looking like he's worked hard.
Wow, well done.
As they all come through, trying to hit those PBs in these pretty vicious conditions by the looks of things from the flags. Kind of glad to be sat up here in the studio watching this, and rather than actually be out there running. Never mind it being a half marathon, because that's a bit far for me. But
do you ever think you'll race a half marathon seriously, Cam? Or?
Do you know what? I have thought about this, and I think at some point I probably will, but not for a little while. I feel like it's something that maybe I would do. I think it's easier to fit road running around track running if you've got a sort of a pretty demanding job. I'm unfortunate enough to not have a hugely demanding job right now, so that I can fit around my training. So when I think if you're maybe these long sessions, for instance, you do sort of the marathon training and half marathon training and 10Ks. If you've got a local park you can go to, that's kind of good enough to be able to sort of hit some sessions and do some longer stuff. But the more intense work, like the indoors, where you need to be travelling down sometimes to Sheffield for like 2 hour journey round, or 4 hours round trip, should I say? It's going to be hard to fit that in if you've got yourself. Maybe you have got a lot of family at home or something like that, or something like a career, then that kind of needs to take priority, and rightly so.
Yeah.
You're going to just see someone there at the end.
Yeah, she looks like she's worked really hard.
Exhausted and
hit the wall, as a common term used in athletics there. So it looks like she's absolutely laid everything out in this half marathon, and well done. Wish her a speedy recovery. Hopefully those legs are up and working soon enough. Must be getting a bit warm. I've seen some guy cross the line with his top off there. He must be getting a little bit hot. We don't know what the temperature is over in Warwick this morning. It looks very windy. It certainly doesn't look warm enough to be running without a top on. But hey, each to their own. But yeah, we can see a few athletes flooding across the line now. Again, we've said it many times. Well done. You've done a great job today. But it's really important that we acknowledge all these athletes in this race, and that's what RunThrough is about. Yes, the elite end of things and the build up to it, which athletes are running in the top flight series. That is that's great, and that sparks interest. But also, there's lots of people here today, Cam, all got different goals, all running for different reasons, all building up to it in different process, and everyone's line and getting on that start line this morning. They all have their own thing that they want to get out of it. So it doesn't matter if you're running 66 minutes like Doug Musson at the front, or around the 1 hour 20 mark like Isabel Davison, picking up maximum points in this top flight series. For other people, it's about completing the race. Doesn't matter how they do it. It might be completing it in a certain time, it might be completing it for a certain charity, it might be just completing it for themselves because they've been on a journey and they've ended up at this point in life and they've found running for whatever and the benefits of that. This is what this run through is all about, and it's promoting that health and well-being, and including as many people in that as we can through running. So hats off to the lot of yous that have crossed the line today. We see somebody crossing the line with the youngster there. Nice scenes to see, isn't it, Cam?
Absolutely, just what you were saying there. To further adds to that, run through mission of run through really is to improve mental and physical health. So if you found running through maybe mental health to really impact on that, and improve your physical health as well, then run through really something we really strive to help and communities across the nation through running. Like I did mention before about our mission being revolves around empowering individuals from low-income areas to transform their mental and physical well-being through running. We do offer a limited number of entries to each event, contributing to charitable causes. In 2023, RunThrough delivered the world's first road-closed, free-to-end mass participation event at Warrington Run Festival 2. Which had 6,000 runners.
That's class, that. Yeah. 6,000 runners.
And 2/3 of whom actually had never taken part in the race before. I did mention this before at Newcastle 10K, and this is really to stop the barriers of financial barriers of people from low-income areas to really get into running, because running is something for everyone. I know the park runs do a great job of promoting that. But big mass participation events like this they come with a great cost to be able to put on. So quite often there is entry fees to get into these, rightly so. But one of RunThrough's commitments is giving back to the nation, and through this they're doing that through a free, like I say, world's first free to enter mass participation event. And it's a commitment to creating opportunities for those, like I say, with financial barriers, ensuring running is accessible to all. Because honestly, there will be a lot of people in here today who have maybe left first running events. I'm sure if there's maybe people watching at home trying to figure out if their loved ones come across the line or their friends come across the line, see how they get on. And if it's their first event, well done to you. Really, really great to see. If you're thinking about it at home and you're thinking about doing it, if you're thinking about getting on and running a race for the first time, one of our events, come along. Look out for the Warwick, the Warrington Running Festival. See if you can get yourself a free entry there. Maybe you can start to run there if you want to, or feel free to enter one of our many 240 events across the calendar year. So yeah, it's really hopefully be able to enhance local well-being through charitable incentives as well. So.
Oh, Cam, someone crossing the line there with a pushchair.
There you go.
I know you can get them fancy running buggies, and I know a few. I mean, I struggle to run without one of them. No, I know a few of the local lads who used to run at a good level back in the day. Part of Morbus 12 stage winning national relays team. A few of them have gone out, got kids, and have spent the cash on buying these buggies that you can run with your kids. But that's great. Great to see that people from all over are coming through and finishing off this race here. So well done to him there as well. I think what Cam was saying there about the free running event, 6,000 athletes. I think that just it epitomises the message that RunThrough are trying to get across there. Half marathons, they aren't. Races in general, they're not cheap events to put on. And anyone who races regularly will know that there's always, there tends to be always an entry fee attached to races, and some of them can be really expensive. The fact that RunThrough have put on a free event a free half marathon that got 6 involved. I think that just epitomises the sort of the mission and the message coming from RunThrough, and you know their intentions of what they want to do as a brand and what they want to do as a company. So you know that's I can't believe it's 6,000 people were at that event. I think that's phenomenal numbers, and the fact that, like you mentioned, Cam, 2/3 of them had never taken part in a race before. That just shows that there's people out there that want to run, that are inspired to run, that are intrigued by it. But maybe just haven't had the opportunities or the finances available to access them. So you know, hopefully, you know, the brand RunThrough, we're going to build on that, and there's going to be, you know, more events, you know, throughout this calendar year. So, like we've mentioned before, get online, runthrough.co.uk, get on Twitter, get on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, the lot. Subscribe to the RunThrough Run channel on YouTube. There's all kinds of information on there. So yeah, as much as you want from us, RunThrough will give you it back.
Absolutely, and you know, like I was just touching on before as well with Rich, was one of our sponsors, two of our sponsors, Brooks and Sport Shoes. If you're thinking about going out and running, I'm sure you'll see on the feet there's a lot of runners crossing the line today. I'd say the majority of runners crossing the line today will be racing in one of the newly developed types of shoes. One of the new types of shoes, which is kind of like the super shoes, as people are calling them now, carbon plated. If you're thinking about that and you want to improve your 10K and get the most out of it, these shoes really do help. You'll see them on people's feet as they come across the line. They really help with not only lowering your time, but help you recover in between sessions of training. You know, Brooks, as I was mentioning before, they have actually released a new shoe, the Hyper Iron Elite. This is a shoe that is being dubbed as the most versatile super shoe on the planet at this moment in time. It's just been released. Josh Kerr, world 1500 meter champion, he ran 3:47 mile in them, and then the other month he ran 61 flat for half marathon. So that's a 3:47 mile all the way to a 61 minute half marathon. No other shoe has shown that type of versatility as yet. So if you're thinking about getting a shoe, get onto Sport Shoes. I know Sport Shoes do have them in stock at the minute. They do offer things like discount, like student discount, for instance, if you're thinking about getting discounts. So, you know, or whether it be running, gym kit, hiking, doesn't matter if you're an elite runner or a weekend walker or a gym enthusiast. RunThrough and the commitment and passion for an active lifestyle drive us all at RunThrough and the Sport Shoes. So do check them out, and hopefully that can help to improve your performance. What did you were telling? So there was one runner who was asking about whether Doug was going to in the comments.
Yeah, there was a bit of interest in what Doug potentially had penciled in next, and as we said, you know, we try and get Chris to have a word with him and see what his plans are. So it sounds like that Doug's hopefully going to be targeting London, but he's actually based in the northeast now. He's based in Gisborough. So he's going to be looking to do the Middlesbrough half and Croft, a race in Croft over the next few months. So, you know, good luck to Doug with what his plans are. But I think it doesn't sound like Valencia. Was it Valencia that was the question? Seville, sorry. Doesn't look like Seville's on the cards, but it does look to be London that he's hoping to build up for. So, I mean, Cam, something we've mentioned earlier on in this, he's based in Middlesbrough now, home of the chicken parmo, so he's one lucky guy. Doug, if you're listening to this, or you're going to be listening to it later on, and you haven't sampled the chicken parmesan, I think if you're living down there now, it's something you need to tick off this afternoon. So you enjoy that first chicken parmo.
Yeah, watch you don't catch the accent as well, otherwise you'll sound like this man on
Accent? I don't have an accent, surely.
No, I didn't realise he was in Middlesbrough. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's just training solo out there. But we've still got in Gisborough. That's where Steve Shaw trains there.
Yes, yeah. Steve Shaw coaches over there. A bit of a stalwart of Northeast coaching these days. Northeast. It's we've churned out over the years, especially from the Middlesbrough region, and anyone who's listening might remember Johnny Taylor, Ricky Stevenson, all sort of big names in the northeast. I guess obviously Lewis Moses as well. He's a northeast based athlete, and now he's, you know, leading up new levels coaching, you know, a company that provides sort of top end coaching for athletes, by runners, for the runners. So, you know, hats off to Lewis. He's had a long career in athletics, and he's just taking a different route with it these days.
Absolutely, it's great to see Lewis out there doing great things for the community, the running community. I know him personally, like I've already said, and he'll do anything to help anybody. So if you're thinking about getting some coaching, improving your running, aiming for a marathon, because there is some major marathons coming up in the next few months. If you're thinking about it, doesn't matter where you're running or what distance, get in touch with Lewis or one of his team at New Levels Coaching, and they'll do their best to help you out.
So, stream's still up and running, and we're still seeing loads of at the line. I wonder how many we had entered today, Cam. I don't know whether that's any information that we've had to hand, but you know, it looks like there's...
It's definitely in the thousands, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great run. But yeah, I'm sure, like I said, we've talked about this before again, the athletes will now be finishing, they'll go around to the athlete village. Hopefully, like I say, RunThrough, one of the biggest things here that we really strive to do is create an atmosphere for before, during and after the races. So athletes will finish here. It's about the overall experience of running a race. It's not about just going to the... It's not like, you know, you go to a park run, for instance, and you do get a bit of an atmosphere there sometimes where you turn up, everyone does the run, and maybe people going for a sausage sandwich after, or, you know, anything, some breakfast or a coffee after. If you come to a RunThrough event, there's an athlete village here. It's a different experience altogether. You turn up, you rock up. You can see people that you see at all the other RunThrough events, and it's get that, and you know, you get the freebies. A lot of the sponsors are here. There's interactive. It's a sort of interactive thing. So yeah, no, hopefully they'll enjoy that. I'm sure we'll get more of that when RunThrough decides to return to the northeast. We'll be amongst the crowds, hopefully, and get to see some of that atmosphere ourselves. We're definitely missing out on that. But yeah, but I think that pretty much wraps up what we're out here today doing, which is to give you coverage. I'm sure the stream will maybe play for a little bit longer and see if you can see some spots of your loved ones on the stream. But yeah, that's it from me and Rich. We want to really thank you all for tuning in. I know there was a bit of technical difficulties at the start, so we do really apologise for that. But yeah, we had a great win. Do you want to talk us through quickly, remind everyone of our results list?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had obviously our top 10 athletes were flying through from both male and females there. So we'll quickly recap on the top 10. So we had Doug Musson taking the win in 66 minutes, Samuel Gabriel-Selassie in 67 minutes, and Jason Bennett in third place in 70 minutes. And then we had our top 3 females, Isabel Davis, crack and run PB from her, taking over a minute off her previous PB, and she ran 1 hour 22 and 41 seconds. Followed closely by Hayley Carruthers, a solid run from her in 1 hour 22, and then Lisa Thomas in third place there. So, yeah, there's a recap of our top 3 male and female. Obviously, the top 10 all score points in the top flight series. And again, just to sort of echo what Cam's already mentioned, we're going to be wrapping things up here for today. Hopefully, you've enjoyed our coverage, and yes, a few technical problems early on with our streams and things like that, but we've done our best to bring you hopefully the content that you guys want. If there's anything, like we said before, if there's anything you want to hear more of or less of, or any feedback you can give us, you know, we're more than open to it. Get onto the RunThrough YouTube channel, click subscribe, comment on there, email into RunThrough, speak to race directors on Instagram or whatever. If there's anything, any feedback you want to give us going forward, any more content you want or little of, then we're more than happy to engage with that, because we know we just want to be part of this process and bring you the best insight into the races that we can from sort of our perspective, having done a little bit in the sport each as well. So yeah, thanks for bearing with us with the technical issues that we had early on, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, whatever it is, and hopefully we'll see you all at the Nantwich 10K. Hopefully we'll be getting a stream organised for that, and possibly me and Cam might be back doing a bit of commentary for that, fingers crossed. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you. and stay safe and enjoy.
Go on up! Paul! Yes, Paul!
We'll have a debit card and give lots of
Keep off, mate. Keep off. Keep off. Keep off.
If you left the debit card, come to the starting point near the finish line.
Yes, Paul!
If you lost the debit card, please come to the starting point. So we will
Well done, mate. Well done. Keep walking forward.
junior race. If you lost the finish line here, it's a green tent. Pass the green tent a few paces and put the pen at the start of the junior race, alright? There we go. Junior race, you have green tent there. Green tent a few paces. Alright.
Pardon!
Green tent past the finish line for the junior race. Who's here for the junior race? Yeah! 3-3-1-0. Junior race. 4 junior races. Look at this. Lots of junior races. Yeah, of course you are. No, junior races being green tent down there. Past the green tent there. And we've done on the junior race. How old are you? 3! Have a good time. Like your Arsenal score. Follow the back. But yeah, they're going. Anybody here for the junior race? Just past the green tent as we start at the finish line on the left.
Yeah, I've said that. Yeah, I've said for the commentary they can. Yeah. No, yeah, I'd message them through. I'm going to do the kids race now, so.
Past the finish line, we see a green tent. About 100 paces past the finish line. Past that green tent on the left is where we start with the junior race.
Hold on!
So walk past the finish line, it's on the left. That's the short version.
Hold on!
That's for the junior race on the right. Everybody wants to
Well done, keep going. Keep going. Well done!
So, junior race winners need to the start line now. And we're going to back down here. The front of the paddock. We're just about to get the junior race underway, so you need to be there now. And so, unless this is your stick by the rail, please make way for people to get through. They're having a bit of trouble getting people progressing one side of the venue to the other. If you're standing in the gangway or you're standing on the rail, please get nice and close to the rail and give space. We need space for people to get through the railway. Thank you. We'll finish the top of the line. Give our balls going, people. Appreciation going on the road. For the finishes here on Warwick Race Course. Thanks for the really good and thank you for the first on the sprint. Good race, good finish. Again, if you can pull away from the walkway, if you're into the stand, you get into the space. Particularly down by the fire rush. With the red fire rush, you need to take it to the back. So if you're in the gangway, the walkway, clean through the side, so people can get through. Because you can't get people through.
Oh, very good, brilliant.
And no finishes over the line. It's on for Leicester. They'll finish the picture. Congratulations, Starkey. 21 miles, well done, Madam. 13.1 miles done. Now you're ever good prize. So you put your own social media, hashtag RunThrough UK. To check out all the other pictures from this event, hashtag RunThrough UK. Arms aloft to finish together over the line. Well done. 13.1 miles. That's the 5% of the world, isn't it? You're almost 5%. Well done. More people finishing. People are going then everybody. Come on, Warwick Race Course, get these guys over the line. Good applause, good support. They may not be all runners, but a reminder, if you want to book your next race, RunThrough.co.uk. We have plenty available for you. Running festival, so we get 2 18%. 5, 10, 10, 10 and a half. So we're running the running festival. Remember all of your social media posts, plenty more people finishing wearing their medals with pride. You're going to keep the medal on for tomorrow, by the way.
Well done, that's it! Brilliant! You've done it, over the next one!
Well done!
Fantastic!
This way, this way, this way. Well done! Back to the end. Well done! The kids will be coming. No. You can stand in here. Stand in here.
I'll work around it, don't worry.
Good job, well done.
I would take. Got the kids. Okay, stand mate.
Kids. Adults there. Juniors in here. Juniors in this way. Juniors in here, please. Good job, guys. Well done. Juniors in this way, please. In there. Juniors in this way. This way. Adults outside. Adults outside. Juniors in here, please. This way. Adults outside. Juniors through there, please. Through that way. If you can stand just outside. Juniors in here. That way. Juniors that way. That way. Juniors in here. Juniors in here. This way. In here. Adults outside. Here are the juniors. It's in there, please. All the juniors in that way, please. Wow, you two. Have you finished the half? It's that way. Juniors outside. This way. Juniors in this way, please. Kids this way, please. Thank you. Good job. Well done. Juniors in here, please. All juniors this way, please. All juniors in here, please. If you finish the half that way. Juniors this way. Here, please. Juniors in there. Great runner. Juniors in here. This way, this way, this way. Well done. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Trying to do a million jobs at once, isn't it? They've got too many people on it, that's the problem.
Forward, Shan! Finish the half, half that way. Kids this way, this way, this way. Stay from job, well done. Well done. Well done.
So across the line, great effort. More people filing in, filing down, one man over the line. There's a big fist bump or something to your picture.
Well done.
Someone
Also, I got like
That's it.
Everybody wants the credit card, please. Come and find us at the bar.
oh yeah, I mean, I dare say it.
Right, everybody, post your pictures on Facebook. Hashtag RunThrough.
See you in a bit.
It takes two of our band today, everyone. A round of applause for our band. It takes two. Blow day out there on the court. For all you finishers, when we're over the prize, you're going to go off high for finishers. Please do it. Really think we're over the line. And completing a half mile on the Sunday morning. Well done each and every one of you finishing today. It's been a wonderful support, one great force, keep showing for us, and the sun comes out. Number 948, keep that finishing hold right pace, you finished, well done.
All the way, that's it, got this.
racers. Some arm risers coming up. 10Ks, 5Ks, and 4 Please give a huge ovation to all of these winners and finishers across the line. They're really kicking in.
Well done!
Please well done.
You did really well! Well done! Well done! Well done! You did really well! Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
No sugar, no.
Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 hey. Wait a minute. Come on, come on, police and I pay a man too hard. I dance. Make a drink, I want to retire a man too hard. I dance. Say my name, you know who I am too hard. I dance. And when I bad, damn, when I bring it in. Girls, it's hallelujah. Girls, it's hallelujah. Girls, it's hallelujah. Jump, jump, funk, don't give it to ya. Up, jump, funk, don't give it to ya. Up, jump, funk, don't give it to ya. Saturday night and weekend spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Well Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Well done. Well done. Up, take, funk you up. Jump you in, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Dance, jump on it. You're sexy and floating. If you're freaky and floating, don't brag about it, come show me. Dance, jump on it. You're sexy and floating. Saturday night and weekend spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
Get behind them. Give a high five to the Lord. Give them a clap.
Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Say one, uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Say one, uptown, funk you up. 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 Okay, last one from us. Women, it takes two.
So we're going to bang the bars, doing a roaring train a little further down the course if you fancy after finishing. The toasty bar down there as well, various coffee outlets, get yourself refueled. You've earned it if you've got ready. Even the supporters are earned it as well. Here we go. Let's 3 hours finishes. We've got one up. With some outriders and miles for our police service. So remember, over on the water. That's an effort. Get that memorandum letter married with twice. Don't get the police service as well. If you'd like to sign up for a paces as well, there to move for it through various different paces, getting us through, giving our runners and athletes through the time they want out of these our paces always doing a tremendous job. With our fight for work through. It's not easy to run with a flag over your head. Some make it look stylish.
Oh, not back out.
Look at this finish, here we go. Let's have a finishing shoot. We finish that, here we go. Get our finish here in 2024 half marathon. Wigley the exclusive World Half Marathon. Well done, sir. On you go. People heading into the runners'
Thank you very much. Keep on running.
Well done, Emily. Round through to the finish. What a finish this is. Look at this effort, everybody. Thank you, officers. Thank you, well done. If you'd like to sign up, RunThrough.co.uk. So a nice bit of running forward there as well. Look at this finish. We've got Emily in here. You are there, she is. This is Emily. Give Emily a round of applause. Here comes Emily. 3205 and 151 for the finish. Well done, ladies. Magnificent effort. Well done. See you as well.
Keep walking. Keep walking, keep walking. Keep breathing.
Well done, Emily. Across the line. Brilliant. Wear that medal with pride. A reminder to RunThrough.co.uk to get your next Warwick booked in. The competition festival we have. We have events in Wolverhampton and Leicestershire coming up as well. Is this Hannah? Yes, it's Hannah. Look in the eyes. Here she comes. Everybody's cheering on for Hannah. Come on, Hannah. Everybody's keeping in for you here, Hannah. What an effort. Hannah, you're going to get the biggest ovation. Everybody give Hannah a round of applause. Here she comes. Hannah, that medal is waiting for you. It's made for you. Come on in, Hannah. 13.1 miles in the bank, Hannah.
Well done!
High five for Hannah on the right. Well done, Hannah. Well done. Get your arms aloft, the smile on your face. Well done, Hannah.
Yeah, I never know. I think there's only a few out. Russ was saying
Well done, Hannah. Half marathon finisher.
started.
2024. Brilliant effort. And well done the supporters. Well done the crowd as well. Supporting her a lot. Well done. We are not done yet, Warwick Racecourse. We still need to get these people home, show them support, show them the love that we need to. Anybody into the finishing chute, give them a round of applause. Give them some encouragement, give them a clap as they come through to the finish. They've all put the effort in, every one of our finishers today.
No, one more. Chicken dinner. I have to cook
The
those.
medals are beautiful as well, by the way.
Used to do it.
Lovely
And I
medals.
took over cooking that. And the baby was like,
Medals are earned.
so from now
Certainly
on, I
being
get
out
the
here
job.
into the finishing straight.
Luckily,
13.1 miles all that training.
Hold in, and
All
because
well done,
I
the
told you put the whole
competition.
chicken in the air fryer. And then everything.
A
Yeah, I
half
put the whole
marathon on a
chicken in the
Sunday
air
morning
fryer.
complete.
The trick is to turn it upside down and cook it upside down to the juice and boil the chicken. And then I help this daughter.
There we go, listen, look at this finish. Number 2, 8, 9, 1. Great finish, big finish, monumental effort. High five. My name's Tony from the Bloody Raw Foundation. What a finish, well done, sir, tremendous.
This daughter.
Well done, Ronnie.
Keep walking.
A reminder, if you'd like to volunteer a mile and volunteer for 1-3, you can do so. RunThrough.co.uk, you can cover race entry credits as well as a kit credit. You can volunteer for it. There's a code on the timing fence if you like it. We've also got a credit card. If somebody's lost a credit card, let us know. We will ask you. If anybody's lost a credit card, please come and find us at the timing tent. No, Ronnie, it's not yours.
Oh my god, they're so nice. Oh yeah. So I cooked them in there, and then the stuff in it. I'm ladding with the dinner then.
What time are we having dinner?
Yeah.
Put your hands together, everybody. Finishers coming down the finish chute on the way to the finish line. If you've got your medal around your neck, show some applause and appreciation here. Look behind you, we've got more finishers. Big round of applause, everybody, in the long race. Good time. Let's get everybody home and see you with the family here.
I've got Picky, I think she finished 3:15.
Round of applause, everybody. Make some noise. Put your hands together for our finishers here. Well done. Show some support, show some love. A half marathon. Sunday morning, done. Completed. Massive congratulations. Well done. 2:8:00. Well done. Remember, if you want to book your next run, go to RunThrough.co.uk. We have plenty coming up. February's time, the Birmingham Run Festival. 5, 10, K and a half marathon there as well. Events in Leicestershire and Wolverhampton coming up. Get to RunThrough.co.uk. And booking your next run. We're going to do it tomorrow, we all know you are. Wear your medals to work. Booking your next event. Keep running, keep moving. Use it or lose it, remember the old adage. Running closer for more half marathon finishes, running on the corner, here it comes.
Well done, Simon! Well done, Simon!
Round of applause, everybody. More half marathon finishes here at Warwick. This course 2024 coming in.
Well done.
Love to see the support as well. Look at this.
Okay, bullshit, but less than 10.
Yeah, I thought.
Number 763. Round of applause, everybody, as number 763 comes in to finish. Half marathon finisher, well done.
Yeah!
Look at that finish. Brilliant.
Well done!
Congratulations, number 763, across the line, a half marathon finisher. Two of our half marathon finishers on the way in here, side by side.
What I might do is have a wander back down to see if that's a sign still on.
Yeah, Sam, mate. I was got to wait for these anyway. I'm not
Right, so
also,
we've got a bit of a walk. Well done! Well done!
Our charity of the day. Patient here in South Warwickshire and the Hospital Trust. Working towards a sensory garden for patients suffering with dementia at the moment through charity, so a huge credit to our charity partners.
this is not like cold to stand around, is it? It's not like cold to stand around.
It's
always cold and
selfie,
winning.
if you want to selfie with Ryan, very quick. Hashtag RunThrough UK. Ronnie selfie.
Yeah, I remember last year we bought the Lake District for a few days. Got up there, it rained every day. I was like, great. Left, come back. My friend went up the next week. It's glorious sunshine. I was like, typical.
More finishes for the half marathon, the Wigley half marathon 2024. More finishes down through the finishing chute. Get a photo with Ronnie, come on. Come on. Give Ronnie a nice cuddle. And a smile. Give Ronnie smiling, that's the thing about beautiful. Go Ronnie. Hashtag RunThrough UK on social when you post it. So Ronnie can retweet. Ronnie struggles, doesn't have a multiple club. Well, you don't have a friend, Ronnie, it's hard. Ah, you see. Come on, Ronnie, come on. Here we go, more half Half Marathon 2024 finishers. Round of applause, everybody. Come on, let's get our finishers home. Come on, everybody that's here, put your hands together. A round of applause. If you get finishers over the line, here we go. Bring them all home, race course. Number 244. That's the service support over the line, so what's the effort? Well done, number 244. Well done, number 244. Your medals and pride, everybody. You earned them, you deserve them both, one and all. I'm looking forward to the scales for you. Unless you live in a bungalow, you're in trouble. Well done, everybody supporting all of our finishers here at race course. Everybody that's finishing, make sure you give them a good ovation as they run past. A real effort to have gone through here to finish a half marathon this Sunday morning at the Wigley Group Warwick half marathon here at Warwick Racecourse. Picture with Ronnie. A Ronnie picture. Everyone wants a picture with Ronnie. More half marathon finishers coming in. Look at this effort. Everybody please put your hands together. We have more half marathon finishers coming in here. Make some noise. Look at this effort here down the finishing straight. Oh, look at this. Wear that medal with pride, have a picture with Ronnie, and then get a cup of tea. That's the order. That's great. Thank you. Oh, Ronnie, look. Oh, everyone wants to see Ronnie today. Well done to all of our runners today. More runners finishing in some incredible efforts. And folks, if you're still here at Warwick Racecourse, do me a favour, if you're a spectator, if you're a runner, we have some runners coming down the finishing chute. Please, 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 put your hands together for them. Give them a round of applause. Get them over this line. Because down that finishing chute, 13.1 miles, it's a long old way. And it's a great achievement, a half marathon at this time on a Sunday morning. Well done, sir. We're all here to support you over the line, sir. A tremendous effort. Just around that corner, you'll be able to see the finishing gantry in front of you. And there's a medal, and it's got your name on it, and it's going to look great.
Help us out the way, yeah!
keep the run-through kit back. They're really useful for things. I've got the schedule for it. No, I have. I'll put the socks in. Here we go, another finisher, a Warwick marathon, a half marathon, 13.1 miles finisher. Congratulations, get that medal around your neck, you have earned that, and what a charity for Zoe's place as well. We do have a credit card that's been lost. If anybody's got a credit card, let us know. We have a lost credit card. Thank you guys, got really awesome coffee as well, by the way. Genuinely do really awesome coffee. Mocha, beautiful. Got me a cappuccino kind of mocha with a straw. Reminder, if you're just coming up your course, you can book your next run at RunThrough.co.uk, get on to RunThrough.co.uk to get your next run in. More finishers heading down the finishing chute. Give them a round of applause as they come in, everybody. A monumental effort on a Sunday morning. Half marathon medal around your neck very soon. Not too far to go, you'll be able to see the finish gantry, the blue RunThrough finish gantry. You'll see Ronnie, when you can see blue Ronnie the road runner giving you a wave, you know you're not far away. Ronnie's encouraging you, we're all encouraging you. There's a medal just around this corner with your name on it. Really good finish, really good effort. Marathon for number 1568. If you're on the finish line, give her a huge ovation, everybody. Look at this finish. 1568, half marathon. John, get that medal on your neck. Congratulations.
Congratulations, well done. It's up 3 minutes. That's it. Nice deep breath.
We do have a lost credit card, so check your pockets if you've lost the credit card. No, Ronnie, it's still not yours. If you've lost the credit card, please let us know. We're keeping it safe. I've got a really awesome copy of about 20 copy orders on it.
You get to there, it's like, right, I'm going to go to London driving. Two left, yeah.
10 minutes away. They end up there pretty soon. I bet they're slightly different. That won't fit your... Oh, you can grab it just because when I showed him mine, they were like, oh, we're doing one, we're doing one. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I normally just close it. Just to save it. Well, pull it to make it go last time. I can't save it. That's on the side. That's got some good dynamic range there as well, hasn't it? Yeah. It's not a fight. They are good steps. That's a shot. That's exactly what. Is this the guy? It's not long. Yeah. Well, honestly, they're that fat. See, half the time it's something being called about. It's not really a factor because we don't shoot stuff like that. The thing is, when you blow the shoot, I suppose you don't even bother looking at what's in it. Just that music. I think I've said it before, it was going to switch. No one was going to sort of that's the thing. I'm going to go for the safety. Because they can't use so many senses anyway.
With a really tremendous effort. Well done, congratulations to you. Throughout the scoring.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do that. They sort of like, it can do it in theory, but they don't let it do it because then we can
Well done. You'll soon be a well done and a 2-9-3-8. And a wonderful charity as well.
Yeah, mine. The only thing I found with them is you can tell they are just like less quality. One of my AD2, that's some stuff. Yeah, I've tried everything. I won't have it. The only one, what I've managed to get around with it, because forces, they thought, you can still plug an extra. Right. So it still does the same thing. It still works for it. But it means I have to plug my in if ever do it. It'll respond, it'll listen to the ring, but you can't just power it. There's one more, so. That's why it makes it happen. It's kind of funny. I've just got an argument about it. I saw somebody. Yeah, you see that doormat stuff where people or somebody I've met plays with some woman saying, I'm married to what's I've got to do to go through the street. I think no, she's quite nice stuff because this bloke's I'll leave her and get the game on. So he's picked. He's a runner. He's got all the copyrights all over his pictures. So I said to him, just talk about it. That's why I'm a fan, like I say, right now. And that's why he's better off doing it because like me, technically everyone's doing it better. Yeah, so, like I say, again. Well, then you look on Facebook, you see all these pictures of your copyright. So it's not like the advertising. My website. bit to that gap.